The Pact of the Forgotten Carnival. The old Ferris wheel loomed against the night sky, its skeletal frame rusted and creaking in the wind. The carnival had been abandoned for decades, a relic of a bygone era, but tonight it pulsed with a sinister energy. The group of friends, Mia, Jake, Lexi, and Ryan, stood at the entrance, their flashlights cutting through the thick fog that clung to the ground. They hadn't wanted to come here, but they didn't have a choice. It had started with a dare. A stupid, drunken dare during a late-night game of Truth or Dare. Ryan had found an old flyer for the Forgotten Carnival, its edges yellowed and brittle, and read aloud the cryptic message scrawled on the back. "Enter the Chamber of Horrors. Only one will leave." They had laughed it off, but the next morning the flyer was still there, pinned to the fridge with a knife. And so was the note beneath it. "You made a pact. The carnival awaits." Now, standing at the entrance, the laughter was long gone. The air was thick with the smell of decay, and the faint sound of carnival music drifted through the fog, distorted and off-key. The gate swung open with a groan as if inviting them in. "This is insane," Mia whispered, her voice trembling. "We don't have to do this." "We do," Jake said, his jaw clenched. "You saw the note. We made a pact. If we don't go through with it, something worse will happen." Lexi hugged herself, her eyes darting nervously. "What if it's just a prank, some sick joke?" Ryan shook his head. "You felt it, didn't you? That pull, like something's calling us here. We don't have a choice." The Chamber of Horrors was easy to find. Its entrance was a gaping maw, a clown's face twisted into a grotesque grin, its eyes glowing red. Above it, a flickering neon sign read, "Only one will survive." The friends exchanged uneasy glances before stepping inside. The door slammed shut behind them, plunging them into darkness. A single light flickered on, illuminating a narrow hallway lined with mirrors. Their reflections stared back at them, but something was wrong. The reflections didn't move when they did. Instead, they smiled, wide, unnatural smiles that sent chills down their spines. "Keep moving," Jake said, his voice tight with fear. The hallway led to a series of rooms, each more horrifying than the last. In one, mannequins hung from the ceiling, their faces twisted in agony. In another, the walls seemed to breathe, pulsing with a sickly rhythm. The friends clung to each other, their fear mounting with every step. Then came the whispers. At first they were faint, barely audible over the sound of their pounding hearts. But soon, the voices grew louder, more insistent. "Only one will survive. Choose wisely. Sacrifice the weak." Mia stumbled, her flashlight slipping from her hand. "I can't do this," she sobbed. "I can't." "We have to keep going," Ryan said, though his voice wavered. "We don't have a choice." The final room was the worst. It was circular, with a single door on the opposite side. In the center stood a pedestal, atop which rested a knife. The walls were covered in writing, scrawled in what looked like blood. "Only one will leave. Choose." The friends stared at the knife, the weight of the situation crashing down on them. The whispers grew deafening, echoing in their minds. "Choose. Only one. Sacrifice." Jake was the first to move. He grabbed the knife, his hands shaking. "I'm sorry," he whispered, before lunging at Ryan. Chaos erupted. Mia screamed as Lexi tackled Jake, trying to wrestle the knife from his hands. Ryan backed away, his face pale with terror. The room seemed to close in around them, the walls pressing closer, the whispers growing louder. In the end, it was Mia who emerged from the Chamber of Horrors, her hands stained with blood. The carnival was silent now, the fog lifting to reveal the first light of dawn. She stumbled out of the gate, her breath coming in ragged gasps. Behind her, the Ferris wheel creaked, its lights flickering to life. The clown's face at the entrance grinned wider, its eyes glowing brighter. And as Mia walked away, the faint sound of carnival music followed her, a haunting reminder of the pact they had made. Only one had survived, but at what cost?